The proposed Curepe Interchange project seen here in this Ministry of Works and Transport video has been shrouded in controversy over the last 2 weeks. The chain of events triggered by this email sent to the Prime Minister by Line Minister in the Ministry of Works Stacey Roopnarine, who alleged that there was ministerial interference with NIDCO board being pushed to dump first-rank bidder Vinci Construction in favor of second-rank bidder Lakshmi Singh's Transport Contractors Limited. Since then, Roopnarine recanted the statements made in a letter, and the Minister of Works and Transport, Dr. Suruj Rambachan, claims there was no wrongdoing.
That our projects are not tainted by any kind of corruption.
But within the last few days, TV6 News has obtained documents about the intended project, the contractor likely to benefit, and the procedure involved, which paints a picture of not only uncertainty, but leaves many questions looming. Minister Rambachan, speaking at last week's post-cabinet, contended that Cabinet's approved budget for the Curepe Interchange project was some $309 million. But was it $309 million initially? And how was that figure arrived at? According to this document prepared by ACOM in 2011 and submitted to NIDCO, the intended cost of the entire contract was actually $187 million. Sources in know about the project informed TV6 News that Planning and Associates did a revised estimate of the project this year and estimated it to cost $391 million, and with an additional $17 million required to meet the employer's requirements, bringing the estimated project to $408 million. This essentially, even according to Ms. Roopnarine's email and President of NIDCO, Carson Charles, in his letter dated 29th of August 2014 to the PS of the Ministry of Works, was that Vinci's reduced price of $442 million from an engineering point of view to be relatively close to the revised engineer's estimate. Ms. Roopnarine indicated in her email that the bid of Lakshmi Singh and that of the third-ranked GLF and the Korsal of $331 million and $416 million respectively was very unlikely that a cabinet-approved budget would hold, as the revised engineer's estimate of the last 3 years was not taken into consideration. And as we dug further, we found that the breakdown of the project estimate showed a projected cost for the bridge facility of $14 million for the interchange. That, at least 3 experts say, did not make sense. The experts told TV6 News that the bridge facility alone was likely to cost close to $200 million, as the design would be of a similar nature to the Orang West overpass, which construction sources confirmed cost $190 million to construct. But there's another bone of contention that surfaced in the initial evaluation of this project. Dr. Rambachan made this observation about the evaluation process last Thursday.
The difference between the first and second, I'm told, advised by NIDCO, was about one point. So 1 point represented, in technical and finance, $200 million difference.
But was it just 1 point? TV6 News obtained the final evaluation report, which tells a far different story. When the original evaluation had been done and both the technical and price score was weighed, Vinci placed first with 92.68 and Lakshmi Singh was second by almost 2 points with 90.75. When the final evaluation was done considering the best and last offer, Vinci came in with an overall score of 94.98, with Lakshmi Singh a distant second with 90.75, just edging out GLF and Korsal, who finished third with 90.16. So Vinci was effectually 4 points ahead, and not 1. Insiders said that since Lakshmi Singh's bid was significantly lower, it should have been thrown out. Over the last few days, former PSA head Jennifer Batiste and others have questioned the capability of Lakshmi Singh's Transport Contractors Limited track record and their competency to do the job of the Curepe interchange if chosen. This is one of the jobs that Lakshmi Singh's Transport Contractors Limited was given by the Ministry of Works to do here at Cedar Hill Road in Claxton Bay. Dr. Suruj Rambachan, Minister of Works, had indicated that the road gave way after heavy rainfall. However, days before that happened, Interchange Consultants Limited, the engineers of this project, had written to Lakshmi Singh's indicating they had several problems with some of the procedures they had adopted in the shoring of this roadway. Interchange Consultants Limited, the construction supervision engineer consultant on the project, warned Lakshmi Singh in documents that TV6 News obtained exclusively about the potential collapse of the road because of the ineffective shoring methods. Shoring is the process of supporting a building, vessel, structure or trench with shores, props, when in danger of collapse or doing repairs or alterations. Chief Engineer Adish Surijnath in his letter said, "We consider this matter with the settlement and the cracking of Cedar Hill Road to be unacceptable and a situation that needs to be immediately dealt with." Surijnath added in his letter sent on November 2nd, 3 days before the road collapsed, stating, "It should be noted that the soil immediately behind the shoring is lower than the road level. This promotes surface water runoff from the road to saturate the soil behind the shoring. This in effect meant the roadway was compromised even before the rains came." In a second letter 2 days later, Surijnath stated that following a site meeting on November 3rd, we write to express our extreme concern with the stability of the existing bridge and road at the site. TV6 News contacted Mr. Lakshmi Singh on Monday via the phone to ask not only about this existing project, but about his capability to do the proposed Curepe interchange if selected.
So I wanted to kind of get an overview from you. What are some of the projects you have done in the past? Are you capable of doing the said project? If you are granted the project, can you answer now? Can we do a short interview now?
Call back on half an hour now.
Okay, no problem. Thanks a lot, sir.
As promised, we called back and despite leaving several messages, we got no response. To give Mr. Lakshmi Singh a fair chance, we journeyed to his home at Matilda Road yesterday, where he also operates his business, to inquire about the NIDCO contract, the failing $18 million project at Claxton Bay, as well as the work they had recently done on the Turuba Link Road, which cost $62 million, where parts of the road were already showing signs of giving way, with measures recently taken to stop the road slippage. We were even allowed inside the compound to speak to employees at his office who told us he was not there. Parked beneath his home, we observed 2 Mercedes-Benz, 2 BMW SUVs, 2 Range Rovers and a Bentley. Reliable sources say 7 years ago, Lakshmi Singh was not able to even afford second-hand equipment for a small paving job he had gotten, and someone else had to foot the bill for the equipment. The biggest project to date, sources told TV6 News that Lakshmi Singh obtained was the Turuba Link Road that took 11 months to complete and is already showing signs of deterioration. The question is, can the $1 million Curepe interchange project be placed in Lakshmi Singh's hands? Will it be safe with so many concerns already raised on minor projects he has done? Time will tell. Mark Basant, TV6 News.